What up, Guardians? This is Dog Meat. I'm back again. I'm going to basically break down the Voidwalker. I didn't like the way the one went, the last one, because I kind of just threw it together from part of a Twitch feed. But this one's dedicated specifically to the Voidwalker and basically the armor materials I run. So, anyways, here's my pretty crazy ass Warlock chick, and I'm in love with the Warlock chick. No, but in all seriousness, this girl is fun to play on and everything like that. So one of the things I've always enjoyed and I never strayed away from was the Voidwalker. And I talked before, what interested me in the Voidwalker was the blink. And at the time when the Vault of Glass Light came out, I basically started 2 additional characters to basically help get through that. And as soon as I found out the Warlock had blink, I quickly leveled the Voidwalker. As I talked before, the reason why she's a female character is I always thought the Warlocks had girly clothes and stuff like that. So I figured why not make her a female. But anyways, so I'm going to talk basically in the as far as like from a PvP aspect. And this can work in PvP or PvE as well. I prefer running Voidwalker if, I can get away with it in PvE, but it depends on the activity I'm doing on a raid. Now, it's going to be Sunsinger, Fireborn all the way. But a lot of people are using the Nothing Manacles and tossing scatter grenades, and then they're switching to Embrace the Void and the Hunger and all that to basically keep getting these scatter grenades. I don't like playing that way. I don't like feeling cheated out of my kills and everything like that. I feel that I'm getting better with my gunplay, and I figure if I'm sitting here like tossing grenades like all the time and all that, then how many kills am I really getting? That's not something that's being done for me as far as like with a tracking grenade or something like that. So anyways, I don't care for it. Vortex ones I've never really found useful. Unless they're not paying attention, they walk right into it. I find these action bolts very useful. And mainly what I do these days and everything, because they kind of neutered these a little bit as far as old Bungo did, is this is more of a deterrence than anything. And what this is for is basically, if I have a 3-on-1 situation and all that, and I'm low, and I need to get the hell out of there, I'll throw these out. Because you'll see a lot of people either, they'll run away from these like really quick. And that's usually what happens. I talked before as far as like the Hunters, or not the Hunter, but the Titan's lift and the Warlock's glide. As far as like the glide's a little bit neutered version of that. And of course I'll use the blink, which is a way powerful version than the Hunter's Blade Dancer blink. I like it. It has less of a cooldown time. You're able to get more out. And to me, it actually goes further too, it seems like. So anyways, as far as Nova Bombs go, I talked about Lance. I don't use that. As far as like, once that Nova Bomb goes, it's going. It doesn't matter if it gets there faster or slower. And most of the time, most people aren't going to get out of it. So you really don't have to worry about that. Shatter, I've had like a little bit of experience with it. And I usually feel like I get screwed over pretty hard. I get stomped in pretty good when I try to use this. So I stopped using it altogether. What I use is the actual Vortex. And believe it or not, if you match this up with Annihilate and Bloom and everything like that, you'll get a lot of collaterals. Now, I'm going to go into the armor and everything a little bit later, but this is currently what I'll use is Soul Rip. And that's to get additional like super energy and everything like that when I basically melee. I talked about the Striker Titan. You guys saw from the previous video that I did and all that, like how his armor was like out to here a little bit further than the Voidwalker's, maxed out armored Voidwalker, and with a ram and everything like that. So currently, Striker Titan subclass, is the one that has the most armor, and it is definitely going to be the force to contend with. So what I'll do is I'll match up my attributes and everything like that to give me max armor. As I said before, that's basically so I can last in a fight a little bit longer. I use Annihilate, and basically what that's going to do is that's going to pair up with Bloom, and that is going to increase your radius, and it's going to increase like how much effect that the Bloom is going to have. Angry Magic, I used to use this before because I thought it would actually track people, but it doesn't. And like I said, I don't care for this because, like, I prefer to actually use my guns and my skill rather than, letting a grenade handle everything for me. So, don't take that the wrong way. I'm not ripping on anybody who plays with that style and all that, but that's the way that I feel that, what it would take away from me is I wouldn't have that sense of actual accomplishment from actually outplaying somebody, as far as like going gun to gun. So this one, it gives you an additional one. You can use this one as you want. If you want, what I'd suggest is when we go into the armor, I'll explain that, but I would use this one with the Void Fang vestments and everything, just because they do increase the range on the Axiom bolts and all that. But like I said, right now, what I found to be the most effective combination is these three items right here, which is going to be your Annihilate, Bloom, and Bloom, as I spoke before in previous videos, any and all of your abilities. If the opponent is low enough, they will explode. And if they explode and they're next to a bunch of weak opponents, it'll cause them to explode. The best way for you, the PvE guys, to take a look at this is when the Thrall come running at you. Just kind of wait till one gets close enough to hit them with that melee and all that, and watch it just happen like a big domino effect. It's pretty cool. In fact, I get a lot of collaterals off of this. Embrace the Void. Again, that's for the grenade. That's for the Nothing Menanicals build with the grenades, with the Hunger, and Embrace the Void. And the reason why people use that is because in fact, I deleted mine because I don't use it. This is what I use. I talked before about leveling out the armor and this, and the different attributes. These are all leveled. I keep my girl leveled. Currently, she's the one that I run the most in PvP because she has all of the stuff that I want. As far as with the armor. I talked before. I run shotgun if I decide that I want to run shotgun in close quarters. I run sniper for. Oh, that's not it. Run sniper on my wing boots for when I actually want to snipe. And of course, Trials of Osiris, rocket launcher ammo for when the rocket, the heavy round comes up. I don't find most of the bonds really to match up with what I need. This is the look that I like, which is, it just happened to work out that way. The armor attributes I was looking for, and the look, is very pleasing. I'm enjoying these a lot. And basically what I'll do is I'll do the impact induction and all that, because I do use the grenades a lot as a deterrence. As far as the exotic armor that I use is the Ram, and this thing is badass. This is by far my favorite exotic for the Warlocks. It is very powerful. You will they neutered it a little bit. It used to be a lot more powerful, but it is still very, very powerful and a very, very useful tool and all that. And especially if you are used to meleeing and getting melee kills. So basically, ideally, you would want these to be an all tribute, just killing stuff in general would give you these, but a lot of times you're kind of left with, the PvE attributes and all that. As you notice, most of your PvP attributes, those are good all the way around. Those are jacks of all trades, like you guys saw in my hunter helmet and everything like that. And basically, the exotic perk on this is the Strength of the Ram. And it increases the armor slightly, not as much as it used to, because it used to be able to take a lot more damage. And it automatically gives you the lifesteal on it. That's why I match it up with the Soul Rip, because I want that. I have other friends that do this, and I'm sure the increased movement and all that would be really good. But I want my super a little quicker, and I'll go into my last video and all that. I'll do a commentary on it on my last montage I did, and basically talk about supers and the state of the Crucible. But anyways, this dog meat, I'm signing out and everything like that, and I'll catch you guys later.